I guess you could say she was a sex fiend. I met her in a hotel lobby, masturbating with a magazine. She said, "How'd you like to?" Ooh, how'd you like to step on Afro Mike? Sorry about that, Afro Mike. I stepped right on your cord. I hope it hurt. Let's try that again. I knew a girl named Nikki. I guess you could say she was a sex fiend. I met her in a hotel lobby, masturbating with a magazine. She said, "How'd you like to waste some time?" And I could not resist when I saw little Nicky grind. Anakin's here, and Nicholas Brendan, Zero, Henry Licks, Jonathan Velez, Freddie Mercury fan, Nitro, Double E, Scott Cartwright, Nicholas. Cthulhu's back. Jeff is in. Little Yappy, Mouse Tools, Kono, DJ Baby, Tony Watson, Brendan Harper, Wolverine, Licks, Jacob, crush your goddamn shit with me. It just started, Floppy Moppy. Are you guys getting, again, using this method that YouTube provides us? I can't see that. Yeah, I was going to say, we're getting lag. God damn it, Susan, don't start your shit. Hold on a second, guys. I'm going to check something. I'm going to check the speed as we're streaming, and that'll tell me right there if it's me or if it's Susan. I'm going to guess it's Susan. Hold on, I'm waiting while I try this. Now the upload should be affected by streaming, but we'll see. It'll still tell me if Susan's being. Oh no, upload is really good. Okay, we have verification. Any lagging issues are 100% Susan's fault. Just my connection is really strong right now. we gonna have Susan up, swole tadpole. I love you guys' screen names. Can't wait for the 28th. Get my 1200. You haven't your initial 1200 victory, Leo? God damn, they're slow getting around to you because they haven't pushed the other one through yet, have they? I haven't seen any news. They've been working so much. Frame rate is also dropping. Yeah, regard that one I can just from having just run a speed test. I can guarantee you that, Susan. Our upload speed was 480. I'm sorry, our download speed was 480 megabits per second. And upload was over 24. So that's way more than enough. Oh man, what the fuck, Susan? It's not getting any better, guys. You know what? Let me take a. Actually, let me listen to it in a browser here. Or look at it in a browser. I don't want to blow you guys' eardrums out by. Where the hell? Come on, I know I've got this. There it is. No, see, mine is smooth. The feed I'm getting. How about you guys? Is it getting any better for you? Minkali, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. If Colden is coming, so am I. Oh yeah, I'll give you guys the deets, Milag. I'll give you guys the details on what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're all good on this end. So, Chris, this guy. What seems to be okay now? Mine is better than it was a minute ago. Okay. It's a tiny bit better. Yeah, guys, it's anything like that's got to be on YouTube today because again, everything's good here. Oh, I know them. Everything's good with the mic. I was just recording with it. Leave and come back, Wolverine said, and it seems to clear it up. Yeah, again, knowing how strong the signal is, douches. Okay, what you guys know that I've been going back and forth here. Chrome isn't in yet, is she? Because Chrome is like a mentor to me with this 3D modeling stuff. But I've started working with the 3D modeling because I've told you guys that's like a dream to me. I've always wanted to be able to create something in animation, but I can't draw. Now with these tools, the 3D tools we have nowadays, I'm thinking I might be able to get to the point where I can make some pretty good 3D animations, or at least fun 3D animations. YouTube Susan is consistently inconsistent. Ain't that the truth, Ocho? And so I've got a storyline all set up and everything. And I was debating which way to go. I think I'm going to do it through SFM, same way that like DA does it and a bunch of other people do it. But I created Golden's character, but importing the character into SFM, into Source Filmmaker, is a nightmare. And you guys know, I mean, I stay really busy during the day, so I'm lucky if I get an hour that I can squeeze in here or there to try and work on it. So I just went online and into the Steam community and said, listen, you know, if somebody's got a reasonable price for it, I'll just pay somebody to set this up, give me the file so I can import this character in. And I just made a deal with someone, a guy from Malaysia, and he's gonna set it up for me, which means Golden will be arriving on your YouTube screens very soon. Chrome is okay. Chrome's here. Good. And the storyline, it's not going to be what I thought. I'm going to change the storyline. I am going to take all those maps, because that's what inspired it. All those maps that you have available in Source Filmmaker, which are all the TF2 maps and everything. I'm going to utilize them. And Golden is going to have been accosted by a space alien who came here to Earth, wanted to check shit out. Very friendly. Wanted to see what he could do on behalf of us, trying to help all Earthlings, and Golden tried to molest him, tried to rape him. So, so the alien ends up shooting Golden with a gun, with his little ray gun there, and he sends him to another dimension that's kind of like a prison dimension. In this prison dimension, which would be the TF2 settings, it's just a wild free-for-all from characters from planets, universes, and dimensions from all over the cosmos. And then the story becomes Golden not only trying to survive in there, but knowing Golden, he's determined he's going to take it over. And that would be the tales of Golden and alien. Sure, that works. And that's how he gets sent there, Em, because anybody else would have been, you know, the alien says to him, you know, I can do this for humanity, that for humanity. I just need you to take me to your leader, as it were. And Golden's like, nah, you're an alien. You're going to anal probe me, so I'm going to anal probe you first. So he starts chasing him around, trying to rape him. And that's how he gets screwed. Just skip Source Filmmaker and jump straight to Blender, Unreal. What are you exporting out as? Anyway, OBJ, I offered to send an intro screen, still stand if you want. No, actually, I've looked into them, Chrome, and I know my way around Blender okay. I mean, just given I've only had a few days with it. But just because of the time frame involved, and if I make this, I want to be able to make a lot of episodes of it. I got a whole shit ton of them already fleshed out in my head. I could get to that point in Blender where I could create them okay, but it's a lot quicker and easier and perfectly appropriate for YouTube videos to use SFM. That's the only reason I decided to go with it. Well, that's M says, does Golden give the aliens anal probes? That was his goal. That's what he thought. He was going to probe them first, and didn't work out that way because the little bastard shot him. Let's see. What am I smoking? That's all I need to do is be smoking something too, Silver Kiba. I'm fucked up enough as it is. A rape scene. And then Kali says, a rape scene right at the start sounds about okay. Sounds about right, doesn't it? Well, it's Golden. Yeah, Chrome. I thought maybe it was me for a second. Chrome says audio kind of sounds like it's being put through a 3DS. What the hell, Susan? I just want to make sure. No, there's nothing. I was just using the mic, and also in YouTube's infinite wisdom here. Yeah, see this? That doesn't give me any options. This format they give us to live stream on here, which if I do it this way, at least you guys don't get a false notice of a stream starting that didn't actually start. But there's no controls to speak of. I can't go in and set like audio volume on my mic or anything. It's just garbage. Punch Brax when he returns a dozen times. I don't know about a dozen times, but if he comes back in in Wolverine. I'll give him one for you. Krusty Bomb says rape scenes at the start. I'm getting Goblin Slayer vibes. What I'm thinking of doing, the cool thing about one of the many cool things about using SFM is a lot of people have created characters that you can import already. What the fuck you're doing, Afro Mike? That you can import already, and I'm thinking that being that it's multi-dimensional, Golden may get confronted by the hell. Jesus Christ. May get confronted by one of the characters from Teen Titans who has an issue with him through me being a bigger fan of Teen Titans Go than the original Teen Titans, and that could be an episode in and of itself. Commander Sailor Moon fan says, Curtis, imagine if Dio, Phantom Blood, and Dio Stardust Crusaders he farted on him, fought Jotaro, and he teamed up with Jonathan Joestar. That's a good tag match. Michael Williams says, fun fact, the English voice actor for Toby Rama is the announcer for Mortal Kombat. Oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. Really? Finish him. I didn't know that. That's pretty badass. Itachi did nothing wrong. Goku Black is sticking to that. Nutcracker, hey, new to the channel. How often do you guys stream? I try and stream regularly. We missed the whole weekend. Nutcracker depends on what kind of insanity I have going on in my life at a given time. I try and stream every day. Seriously, this is the highlight of my day. And I try and stream regularly. But the one day that's if I don't stream on a Friday, it's because I am absolutely out of town or dead. Free for all Fridays are the one but other than that, I try and go regularly. You can basically import and use any character model you want into a 3D program. As long as there's a character rig you can animate. Even then, you can't just auto rig a simple character if they don't. Yeah, what happened though, Chrome, was, and I learned this, just over the last few days. Basically, Source Filmmaker, now it's a lot harder to import characters into there. Now, I saw all the steps for doing it, but it's so time consuming. I'm never going to get to animate if I have to go through that step every time first. It actually works out better for me just to, again, somebody was willing to do it very, very reasonably. So just to pay somebody to do it, because you have to figure too, being an independent contractor with, doing the video work, that's all stuff I can write off. And that way it allows me to just concentrate on writing the scripts and start putting stuff together. But I will definitely, if this goes well, if everything works out like I'm hoping it will, I will be turning to you guys to see who wants to be part of voicing characters and stuff like that. Yes, the day will come when you're dead on a Friday. Someday, Em. Could be this Friday. Who knows? Smokey Loki says, I'm not gay, but I would change teams for Bone Clay. Bone Clay is just freaking badass, Loki. What a great character. Him and Ivan, too. Ivan-chan is a badass as well. And, obviously, it would, especially for me, it'd be super hypocritical not to be a huge fan of Bone-chan because he's got the exact same characteristics that does Luffy, which is why Luffy's my favorite character in the series. The whole devotion to your friends above all else and everything. And he's just such a badass character. No, Chrome, they screwed it up bad. They really did, Chrome. Used to be you could, and I just, I didn't do it before. I just was reading the history. I could create the character in Fuse, which fuses, and they're discontinuing that, the jerks. But Fuse made it really easy to make the golden character. Then you send it over to Mixamo, and it used to be you could export it from Mixamo basically in a format that would go right into Source Filmmaker, but no more. And now the way to get it into Source Filmmaker is there is no other way than the slow, grinded out process. And again, if I put that much time into each one of those, I won't have time to make anything. Yeah, it's unfortunate. A couple of years ago, you could do it easy. Cthulhu says, Hobbit's Goblin King is Bruce from Finding Nemo. Hobbit's Goblin King? Really? See, I'm not as good at picking out voices as I would like to be. I as you guys see, and excuse me, especially those of you who are over at the Goose, I get them every once in a while, but I should be better at it than I am because a lot of times you guys will tell me, hey, this voice actor was also so and so. It's like, oh, yeah, god damn it, I hear it now. Lick says he's going to die the episode before Luffy finds the One Piece. That would be about right, Licks. I would not bet a dime against that happening. Menkali says, I'm pretty sure he'll end up with hentai at last. Well, I will say this, talking about that, Menkali, as Chrome and I were talking, I learned a little bit about using Blender tools as well. And you can make some pretty impressive NSFW characters with Blender tools. I don't know if it would work as well in SFM, but I'm going to find out. Nutcracker says, I'm so bad with different actors, I thought Adam Sandler was a different person in all his movies. That's a good one, Nutcracker, especially since Adam Sandler plays the same character in every movie. Pretty much. Lou says, after much convincing from you and others, knives were involved. 1 year later, and I finally caught up to OP. Nice. 929 episodes, man. What a ride. It's weird. It's such a great ride, though, Lude. Oh, man, it's so fun. And I just couldn't be any more excited and happy and enjoying where we are right now than, I mean, this is just, there are so many things that are about to break that you can tell just from the way the story is built, with this whole thing with the Whitebeard pirates coming in and the Navy battening down, getting ready to face off with them. And now you got Warden Poopy Pants down there bringing Ace out to go to his execution as Luffy and the Fabulous Trio, the Fabulous Trio are just about to get to them. There's a whole lot of shit going to break here real soon. John Keeper says, hey, how's Crazy Uncle Curtis and your family doing today? We're doing good. Thanks, my friend. Doing very good. I got to stream today. I think it's, well, I'm typically a happy person anyway, but that's why I'm so up, I think, when I get to stream, especially after I had a couple days where I couldn't. It really does. It gets me amped up. Oh, Brian, I forgot you're on the road. Finally in Pennsylvania. I know because the impulse is back when I see a cop to lower my beer. I mean, soda. It's funny. Oh, she says, I'm so excited for you to see this arc. It's been so good so far, and everybody keeps telling me you ain't seen nothing yet. I just can't wait. God, it's such a great series. All three of the shows we're watching at the Goose right now are just fantastic. I'm coming close to the end of Code Geass, and I also had a whole bunch of people telling me the end of Code Geass is just going to simply blow your mind. Gigamac says title has two meanings and both are truly awful. Well, in fairness, Gigamac, Golden's involved. Awfulness is going to follow. There's no two ways about it. Milag says, Baldwin, there's this video on YouTube made many years ago. It's called Goosh Goosh Fall in Love. It's a song, and it's so good it's worthy of being the Goosh's national anthem. Really? Goosh Goosh Fall in Love? Yes, apparently. Hold on, I'm just looking this up, guys. Of course, I can't listen to it right now because Susan. Oh, there it is. Oh, and it is the actual Goosh Man. Oh, I thought it might just have been a coincidence that well, here, I got the volume off it. Susan. Hopefully you guys are back again. The joys of YouTube. Thoughts on Ikaku's Bankai? All the Bankai have been mind-blowing so far to me, Wolverine. They're all cool as hell. I just like seeing the way that Bleach reveals the abilities that everybody has is so well paced and so well done. I mean, you're so jacked up when you get into those fights and you see these things released. And I'm just, you know what, I can't wait for in that. I'm just so dying to see when and if Ichigo gets control on that hollow inside. God, good storytelling. Chrome says, well, breasts are just sloped spheres in a subdivision on a 3D model. If you ever want to try making a character from scratch, I suggest looking up the Zero Suit Samus character. Sheet for practice. Simple, easy practice. Gives you a basic female base. You can readapt for any character. Cool. That's, yeah, because what I probably will end up doing, Chrome, if all goes well, the big if I start making these, then as I'm making them, because I have learned the basic steps to import characters in. Again, I just don't have the time for it right now, not to be able to do that and make the videos. But I'm hoping to expand, even though I'm working in SFM, expand through Blender my basic animating and 3D creating abilities, though. Oh, I've heard some of Joji's songs, Urban Transpot. Yeah. Joji is just a talented guy. Bruce Do Films. Christian the Great says, I think, didn't we see some Bruce Do Films at one point? You guys, that name sounds familiar. Maybe back in the old reaction video streams. I can't remember for sure, but it sounds familiar. Franklin says, yeah, the lag gotten a lot worse when YouTube put out an update yesterday. Not a surprise, Franklin, that they would update something and make it worse. Because again, that's for those of you who weren't in. As soon as I saw this issue, the first thing I did is run a speed test on my own setup here, and we're lightning right now. We've got monster top end speed. So if there's, and then you still get the prompt though, blaming it on me. Well, we're not getting enough information from you to keep the stream. Fuck you. Mancali says, take my money and animate SpongeBob. Meet his meat. He could, that actually, Mancali, in the storyline that I just outlined, that if everything works out well and I can do what I want in this 3D modeling, the storyline would work perfect to have SpongeBob sent to this prison dimension too. Sounds crisp, and by that I mean it sounds like it's cooking. No idea, guys. I wish I could help you. I would restart it, but I'm sure that wouldn't make a difference. You should just mushroom stamp Susan. Yeah, Russ says. And again, I've said it over and over, and they haven't been pushing it as much now, but just recently they were all about, trying to get all us YouTubers to live stream here on YouTube, and they were getting too many defections over to Twitch and this, that, and the other, and they wanted, that's Google. They want to be the top in everything. So give us the fucking tools to stream properly then. Johnny says, Golden will henceforth be known as Cervix Pounder Jr. He can't be the original because Griffith already has that title. Oh, good old Griffith. Boy, you talk about series that leave an indelible mark on you. When I even think back to having watched Berserk, it's like, yeah, that was some freaky shit. That was a good series, man. Damn. Yeah. Didn't you like that, Chrome? She says, well, it's the company that got rid of its old tagline, "Don't be evil." They were so full of shit. How long would you say that tagline was apropos for Google? Think it made it 25 minutes from their inception? They're so full of shit. Who wins, Zarbon from the Devil Artemis universe or Goosh Goosh Man? I don't know. I tell you this though, Gareth. Once these are still ifs because I don't know what I might run into that might screw me up. But if I start animating, I know DA animates with SFM as well. If he ever wants to import the Golden character and kick the shit out of him or something, I'll give him all the files. He's more than welcome to do it. Smokey Loki says, I just found out that Susan is based in San Bruno, California. I'm calling all Cali Gooshes to come with me and stomp her in the street. Easy, Loki. We don't. We're gonna have the red circle with the slash through it on the channel by tomorrow. I heard about that, Sajil. Rogan made a multi-million-dollar deal with Spotify and is moving his entire podcast catalog there. Spotify stock went up 11%. Wow. which is like $4 billion, and it's just a licensing deal, so he still owns it. Wow, I'm surprised to hear there was that much of a reaction in the stock market over it, though. Wow, I mean, that's a big deal. Rogan's podcast, there are very few that are bigger than his, but damn, that's huge. Rick says, "Oh, Susan lives in Cali. That explains so much, doesn't it?" Golden natural causes. You can make him fight the Goosh Man. His name is Boopa. I always forget that too. Like, you guys told me that a couple times. Here we're shocked that I forgot something. I forgot to close out Steam. I keep getting notifications popping up here and interrupting me. Of course, that Chrome says, honestly, looking at the way things are going, I wouldn't be surprised if we see more YouTube animators start to move over to Unreal and Blender. The programs are a lot smoother for that stuff now. Really? Like I say, the big thing I like about SFM is just, if put it this way, if I was the kind of person that had the financial backing to make a 3D animated film, I would definitely jump back over to Blender. But to make the just these little short videos for YouTube, it's just so much more expeditious, to use SFM. Curtis forgetting names. What's Shark Boy's name? Come on, VG. God damn it. Hold on. I'm going to get it quicker than usual. Come on. KKKK. Kisame. Yeah, that wasn't bad. That was fairly quick for me. I've got the K to pretty much stick now. So it's just a matter of, the other 5 letters coming along. Krusty Bomb says, I feel like Susan is the shitty version of opposite Karen. It's pretty good. Did you know Jojo was Papa Franco? Of course. Urban Transport, sure. Of course. I can't believe that so many people didn't know that when they were trying to cancel Joji the other day. I guess it was the dipshits on Twitter that just found out that Joji used to be Papa Franco, and somehow they were going to cancel him because of it. Fortunately, even on Twitter, they pretty much got shouted down as a bunch of dipshits. Everybody just laughed at them. Trap Beat Creation says, Spaz, you helped me through so much when I was at my lowest. When I was in the dark, your videos would pull me out. Everything you make just makes me so happy. I can't think of it. Well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that, Trap Beat, very much. And listen, if these videos, live streams, anything, pick any of you guys up in any way, again, there's no greater honor than that for me. And I mean that sincerely, genuinely. Smegma says, there should be a storyline where the Avengers recruit Golden. Big mistake. Yeah. Yeah, it would be. We'll see what we find out, though, in the story, just to make it believable, so Golden just doesn't get instantly vaporized, is as the physics of this dimension are different than the physics of the other dimensions from where everyone comes, you don't know exactly what kind of abilities you're going to have once you get there. And so it just so happens Golden is the only Earthling ever brought into this dimension, so he becomes ridiculously powerful there just because the physics favor him. Because again, I like to try, if I'm going to tell a continuous story, I like the story to actually make sense and not leave big gaping holes. So that's how he becomes powerful enough to face off against all these other powerful and sometimes recognizable characters, because nobody knows once you go to this dimension how you're going to operate or if you'll live. So it's going to be fun. Am I ever going to bring back Minecraft? No idea, Jumba Rumba. I know if I do another Minecraft, it's going to be another hardcore mode, because that was fun. I had a really good time with that. You know what I was thinking about doing, especially if it's going to be to where we can't bring many of the reaction videos here, or the anime reaction videos here. I was thinking of maybe bringing something back. Like, what do you guys think about Poop Your Pants Monday? Remember, for those who've been with us a long time, you should introduce Susan to Golden. I know, Ocho. Poop Your Pants Monday was just every Monday we would play a scary game. I just thought maybe bringing back a little something like that. We all seem to really have a good time with that one. We used to play a lot of fun shit in that. What does getting canceled even do? Oink says, like, people say someone is canceled, then nothing happens. That's exactly it, Oink. Because the Twitter mobs have an inflated sense of self-worth. They think that the things they designate are going to somehow affect the real world when all the evidence points to the exact opposite. Or play shit simmy again on Mondays. Well, again, if I did a specific thing on Mondays, it would probably be to bring back Poop Your Pants. Well, it has been a decent while since we had a lot of golden vids. Yeah, that's true. Not surprised everyone doesn't know. And what's going to happen? What will probably happen? Because again, my biggest concern now with YouTube is protecting the channel because of these live streams. I would be lost if I can't have the live streams. That's why you see me, even though views are down from what they used to be and all that. That doesn't matter as long as I can do the live streams. This is what makes me happy. So that's why I'm so protective. As we do these episodes, so these 3D animations, they'll probably have to, sometimes, not all of them, have to have edited or censored versions here on YouTube. And when I do that, I'll have to just put the uncensored versions up over at the Goosh. Because you guys know my sense of humor and the way that the types of entertainment I like, there's going to be titties and there's going to be a lot of a lot of references that Susan wouldn't be happy with. But I mean, I'll still post them here at YouTube. I'll just have to censor some of the stuff. I haven't seen Anime House 4 yet, Reese. I got to get to that. Where are the anime reactions now, Tony? I'll bet you do miss them. I miss them too. They're sitting in Susan's footlocker somewhere. Whenever they block them, I don't know where they put them. So Cthulhu says Golden is a yummy bonbon. Totally not a psychotic rapist with no sense of morals. Right. Well put, Cthulhu. Smegma says, if I was rich as fuck, I would so put a lot of money into a Golden anime. You thought Berserk was dark? Shit. Well, if something like that ever took off, what I would like to do is we might be able to crowdsource making a movie out of it or something. That would be a blast. Because the ultimate would be to have Golden someday face off against Superman. Gibber says, so Muzan, Griffith, and Goku Black walk into a bar. There were no survivors and nobody did anything wrong. You're protective of the streams, Gimster says. Time to put full-length anime reactions on here now. It'll work out perfectly. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm as protective as I am, Gimster, is for the sake of the streams. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've put 9 years into this channel. I don't want to lose it. But I mean, the biggest issue is I don't want to lose the ability to live stream. Biggest Screen says, I imagine a lot of people miss the anime reactions, I'm sure. Thank YouTube and the Japanese companies for that. Yeah, and BG's right. It's a combination of both. Because the Japanese companies, because they hate American fair use, and then you get to blame YouTube for it, for not making them file copyright claims and instead just allowing them to just randomly block. Oh, excuse me. Chrome says, yeah, maybe talk to Devil Artemis if he's ever had to make changes and stuff because of YouTube to get some forewarning. I think I've got a fairly good handle, Chrome, now on. See, I don't know if you guys are aware, when we upload a video now, when you go to put monetization on it, every video, there's a little form basically you have to fill out. And so, because I will say this, it's a good thing because of that form, it gives you more freedom to upload certain things, because now you can just click that box and say, okay, it does contain this, that, or the other. And if it can't be monetized, that's fine. I just want to be able to share stuff with you guys. So it gives you much better guidelines about what's available. But there are some things I could envision myself creating in these animations that would be outside the realm of anything in those in those check boxes. Ben 10 versus Green Lantern, Michael Williams says. You gonna ask DA to help with some of the voices? Look, says, I don't know. DA's I wouldn't want to do it just because DA's pretty busy himself. I wouldn't want to, and he's a nice guy. I'm sure he probably would agree to do it. And I don't like to do that, infringe on somebody's time just because we're friends. I'll probably, for extra voices, the first place I'll stop will be you guys. I'll post it in streams and stuff. And anybody that's got some decent recording equipment and wants to do a voice, I'll get you guys hooked up. I mean, I can do some of them because I can do a limited number of voices, but I also have things like Adobe Audition. So I can do a voice and then just change it in post-production too to, voice a different character or something. So Jill says Golden should be Rogan's first guest on Spotify, along with Alex Jones. Maybe Golden should host the next podcast at the cave. Wow. That would be really testing the limits of Patreon, wouldn't it, to see just how far they're willing to let something go. Tony Watson says you should do your own abridged series as long as there's no copyright problems. Now, the thing is, Tony, we're so watched that we've gotten several, not just one, several copyright strikes I had to counterclaim doing reactions to abridged series. That's how hardcore they watch this channel. Chrome says, and then Curtis tries voicing Nezuko, Sakura, and Nunnally. Yeah. I no matter how many filters I use in Audition, I don't think we're ever going to get there. That would be where I turn to you guys to see if anybody wants to be involved. If not, I'd have to go out to the wider community, but it'll all start with you guys. Excuse me. Chrome says, I'd suggest checking if you can get the Jump Force assets into SFM. Someone's probably done the work on it already. You would think you'd have Luffy, the Sunny, Ichigo, Naruto, Killua, and others ready for Golden. Yeah, I just from a quick cursory glance, Chrome, and it was just a brief glance in SFM earlier, there's some pretty good characters in there that we're going to be able to work with a lot. And then there's a lot of, as long as that fuse is still available, you can create a lot of characters quickly and easily, and then it's just a matter of, again, getting them ported into SFM. Excuse me. Yeah, a lot of audio tweaking, BG. I don't think there's any program powerful enough to make my voice sound like one of them. Thank God for podcasts like Joe Rogan. Smokey Lookie says, keeping American dialogue honest and open. I like Rogan's podcast. Yeah, I agree with you. I do like them. Sajil says, does Golden ever smoke Cuban cigars? Not as far as I know. There's no telling, though, what Golden may have had in his mouth between his lips at any point. I wouldn't put anything past him. Louder with Crowder, John Keeper says, yeah, I like Steven Crowder. He's pretty cool. I enjoy him. Let's see. Trap Beat says, John, I actually talking to John. 2 kids that my ex won't even let me see. Oh, man. It's tough. It really is. I can't even imagine. I make music to keep my money up, so I'm doing great, but I still feel alone at the same time. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Trap Beat. That sucks. Again, you guys know me and the paternal instincts. There's nothing I can imagine worse than being separated from your kids. That absolutely sucks. Title for an episode, The Golden Shower. Tony says, that's entirely possible. Yeah. Well, it's funny. I was working. I almost forgot to tell you guys this. I told you I was working with some of the 3D programs, and I imported a character into Blender earlier. It was Raven from Teen Titans, and I didn't read any of the details. I just imported it in. I brought in the character to start working with it. Came in with a penis. So I think we know what that character was created for, which audience. Needless to say, the first thing I did was the old right click, and yeah, we don't need a penis on Raven. Right now, play a whole anime during this stream. Lick says the stream just dropped down. I just want to make sure. Oh, okay, it was just a spam message. Excuse me. Does Golden smoke his blunts to the roach? Again, who knows what freaking Golden does? I just can't wait for him to get sent to the alternate reality here. That's getting him into a whole different plane of existence would be just perfect. Maximilian says, Curtis, will we ever start playing South Park games again? Guys, I just, a question like that is open-ended. I don't know. I don't know what'll be coming up in the future on the channel. Maybe if I take the series to Pornhub, Big Green says. Shoot, what do you guys think of that? Does that sound, and it's just something off the top of my head. Does bringing back Poop Your Pants Monday sound fun to anybody, or nah, not really into watching more scary games? Smart Boy says, I just got here and heard the word penis. My mom was looking at me weirdly. Now, come on, man, you got to give me heads. I should have gotten a heads up, Smart Boy. I didn't expect to see a penis when I ported that character in. It was Raven. You're not looking for a penis. Took the wrong route. Yeah, Chelsea. Porn sure. Yes, that would be fun. Sounds like scary thought is what will happen when Curtis gets his hands on the Nami and Robin Pirate Warrior model. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, Poop Your Pants Monday for the win. I might look into that. Then we used to have a lot of fun with that. They used to be a really good time with the scary games. Gotta go, but we'll bang. Okay, Yavra. Yes, and indeed we will bang. And thanks for being in while you could. Yeah, it was. Gigamac Poop Your Pants Monday was a lot of fun. We had a good time with that. Then we just have to decide if we're going to pick up where we left off on yeah, what game were we playing, guys? Resident Evil 2 or start something new? Yes, flashily indeed, Big Green. You may not be looking for a penis on it, Johnny said. Well, you got a point, Johnny, because apparently some people were, because otherwise would it have been? Why would it have been there? So maybe I'm the odd one out. Chrome says, so you found your first futon model. Yeah, a lot of modelers make money making porn models. Some people back in uni openly talked about making futon models in class, tend to skip the game rips for a reason. Wow. that was a shocker. I did not expect that. All I heard was Pornhub, and now you have my attention, Nutcracker says. Well, that's understandable. Because that's the one thing I love having you guys in here. Penius Cravius, Sigil says, I love having you guys in here in the streams with me, but as I've always said, I never want to interrupt anybody's porn time, though. There are certain things that are sacred. Absolutely. Johnny says Golden would use cigars the way Bill did. Yes, he would. that would definitely be his go-to. No question about it. Smokey Loki says, what are your thoughts on Jimbei, Curtis? It's funny. You'll see, because it was just today's episode that I recorded, so you'll see it tomorrow. Am I a day ahead? I don't even know. But anyway, I've been mentioning that Jimbei is like the great question mark in all this to me. Because I just don't believe he's just sitting there quietly for much longer. And as that, he hasn't shown, obviously, a lot of emotion, but you just get kind of a sense that he's got a little bit of a connection to a cellmate there, to Ace. So I'm really anxious to see what his reaction to all this is going to be. Jimbei's really got my curiosity peaked right now. Excuse me. Dahord says, God damn it, Susan, I'm late. Freaking Susan. Smart Boy says, are you related to Thanos? I mean, I understand if you got to keep a secret, but you got to let me know because I see that Infinity Gauntlet in the back. Well, actually, that's Iron Man's Infinity Gauntlet, and that one's Spaz Kids. I thought you were talking about Thanos because we share the face. With Spaz Kid making his way into the gaming industry, have him make some futa stuff for your future fits. Jimbei is best boy, Lou says. I'm anxious as hell, Lou. There's got to be. He's got to play a big role in all this coming up some way, somehow. I have no idea how it's going to factor in because, what I've seen of him so far is just sitting there in the cell with Ace. But the little bit of insight we've given to what a badass he is, something big's got to be brewing there. High School DxD. Yeah, I watched the first 3 seasons of it, Creeper Killer. As a matter of fact, that'll be coming back to the Goosh, our Patreon, really soon because we're almost done with Code Geass. And as soon as we finish Code Geass, we're picking up on season 4 of DxD again. Spaz Kids Final. Gigamax says Golden with a BBC. Milag says most what the fuck power up ever. Golden steals a guided destruction's driver's license and has all of their power. Well, what I'll do is this guy won't have my Golden character ready for me till at least tomorrow. If I get more time this afternoon, I might go in. I don't know if I can get that far, but I might go in and just animate something small and kind of silly, just to have something to post and to show you guys what I'm working with and see what you guys think of it. I'll have to see if there's any characters that are recognizable that I can also think up something fun for them to do in a 1-minute video or something, and that I can voice at least halfway decent. Krusty Bomb says Golden is golden, showers and all. If you think of the most fucked up shit possible, he's most likely done that, and probably worse in total Golden fashion. You know, the fun stuff. Yeah. Well, I will tell you this. As soon as he shows up in the prison universe, one of the other creatures decides it's going to have his way with him. So that'll be a fun early scene. Johnny says Golden would put any BBC to shame with his 4-inch power schlong. I like that 4-inch power schlong. That's a good description. Chrome says, well, it could be worse, Curtis. You could find one of the even more creepy fetish models. Could have stumbled across a furry's wet dream model of Robin. Yeah, that would have been my luck, Chrome. Chrome, I wish because I was sitting right here at the computer. I wish I had the camera on, because I know the face had to be just like benign, because I'm sitting here and again I just imported the model, and then I open up Blender and file import, and I look and I'm like, it's like, that looks like a penis. It's because it was. And then she's really well stocked, because when I took the penis off the model, it wasn't just a Barbie-like smoothness. There was a vagina underneath. So she was ready to go no matter what. He. Smart Boy says, man, I'm happy you made a channel. Ever since the beginning, you put a smile on my face. Thanks for making quarantine interesting. Well, thank you, Smart Boy. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you to say. That's very, very cool. Yeah, show us what you're working with, Sajil says. Nana says, I love your videos, bro. I hope you get to 1 million. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. You guys are making me feel good today. I have played multiplayer games sometimes in the past, Nutcracker. The toughest thing for me is with doing that, with recording and stuff outside, I have a very strict schedule I stick to for putting up the videos over at the Goosh, at our Patreon. So that takes up a good part of my day. And so the rest of the day is kind of catch as catch can. So to play multiplayer with people, you would want to try and make an appointment, say, okay, we're going to go in and play at this time. And rarely can I actually do that, because I don't know if I'll be around, at a given point during the day. That's the plot of her episode, Golden finds Raven's penis. Luke says. Nice. I've heard of Soma before. I don't believe I played any of it. Must be when we were talking about the scary games before, because I know that name's familiar. Now imagine if the pretty lady who lives in your house was beside you when you found that futon model. That would have been funnier still. I think my reaction was hers would have been double. Chrome says, any chance when this is all set up we can make requests for characters or situations to fight Golden? Yeah. Also, yeah, that's not the worst thing. You'll stumble across an SFM bronies and furries unit. Oh, Jesus Christ. That'll be fun. Yeah, as we go through the storylines, I'm sure we'll open it up to, if nothing else, suggestions as to characters who might have been sent to this this prison dimension that Golden could encounter. Because the overriding story is going to be Golden at first trying to figure out how to get back home. And then that kind of morphing from, you know what, fuck home, I'll just take over this place. And then it gets serious because it's a prison situation. The place is always going to be ruled by the biggest and the baddest. And Golden is not the type generally to to endear himself to others to where they would want to fight at his side. So he's pretty much going to be fighting that on his own. Owak says, "Are you planning on watching brand new anime? I think, or any other Studio Trigger anime you would like? Kill la Kill. I've seen all of Kill la Kill. It was very good. I enjoyed that a lot." Lick said she would have fainted. She would have. Yeah, Kill la Kill. We watched that over at the Goosh already. That was some time ago. That was a really good one. Sajil says, "Question for Golden: Do you think trans porn would be bearable as long as the fucky, the girl who's getting fucked, is a real woman?" For Golden, I don't think Gordon. I don't think Golden has any parameters as to anything being unacceptable. If it's porn, it's porn. It's porn. I think Golden's game for anything. Well, Gareth, the thing is, when you say would you react, you can fill in the blank with anything. It depends on what the gang votes in over at the Goosh. It has, again, they get to make the picks. I already seen One Punch Man, David. Season 1, I haven't gotten to see season 2 yet. That's another thing I want to get lined up over at the Goosh as well. Golden Ramsey, yeah, Nutcracker. Hey, Lick says, "Oh, hey, Gordon, what are you doing in Curtis's basement?" Yeah, that even calling him Gordon makes him sound so much less imposing, doesn't it? It just doesn't sound. He doesn't sound terrifying anymore. Maybe we should start doing that. Secret Gamer says, "How's it going, Curtis? Hope you're having a good day. Better than mine, at least. My dog died this morning. Oh, can I get an RIP? I'm sorry to hear that, Gamer. That sucks. Yeah, that's tough losing a pet. I don't think our little Mexican dog, a lot of you guys are familiar with her. I don't think she's got a lot longer left. She's starting to really show some serious signs of age. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. That's really too bad. That's and the pets, man, they become such a part of you. And when you lose them, it's just a case of trying to get over those initial days after the loss and get to the point where you can just start putting only the memories of the good times you had with them and keeping them dominant. Yeah, the Mexican has been around for a while, Big Green. And when we got her, I think she was almost 6 when we got her, because what had happened was with our little Mexican dog, we call her that, she's a Chihuahua. She had belonged to an older woman who passed away. And so she had nobody in her family wanted her or anything. So the dog was going to the pound. So my wife brought her home, but she's getting up there now. Yeah, it is, Loki. He says losing dogs is the worst. You can just see it coming. Yeah, I think the watching them turn down the downward spiral sometimes is even rougher than the actual end itself. Raul says, "I enjoy your Dragon Ball Super videos. Love your reaction." Well, thanks. I appreciate that, pal. I was just trying to remember how old she is now, Leslie. So we got her. She was almost 6. 11, 12? 12. Had her 6 years, I think. 12, I think. Golden Buscemi. Golden's doppelganger. Kester, you're not answering my question. What? Why is it that when new people come in, they automatically think you see how many questions are going by, and if theirs doesn't get grabbed right away, they're being ignored. You're just making me think that Johnny Ethko sued you for. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. As far as I know, Johnny Ethko hasn't sued me for anything. That would be a shame if he did. I love this freaking Prostitute Mickey series. By the way, have you tested out how lighting is in SFM? Because good lighting is something that can take a while to figure out. Yeah, using a 3-light setup will help keep it light and not grungy usually. Yeah, well, that Chrome, though, at least I've got the real-world applications to fall back on there because, of course, especially with doing, when I was doing wedding videos and stuff, lighting is the biggest pain in the ass there is. Yeah, lighting probably a little worse even than audio because you're in so many bad situations where you're trying to figure something out with the lights. So as long as I know it's not the same as doing 3D modeling, but it's the same principles that you're battling. Lick says, "Curtis, you want me to answer my stupid nonsense question?" Golden Cochran. So Jill says, Kester now. Then react to Johnny Ethko is back because he really is. React to it, please. And as I told everybody else prior to you, Kester, Johnny Ethko is already on my radar. I love the Prostitute Mickey series, but I've got a whole slew of things backed up that I'm behind on, and I want to see first. Now it says, Curtis, you should react to Chick Figures. There's like 5 episodes of it made by the same people who from Dick Figures. Oh, really? Dick Figures made Chick Figures? That's kind of cool. I hadn't even heard about that yet. That's kind of cool. Dowlord said, when I was 5, I had an Australian cattle dog that I had named Monster, and he lived up to the name. One day he tore the leg off one of my mom's goats, and she immediately shot him. Whoa. Well, that's that you really can't blame her for putting him down. If a dog is willing to do something like that to an animal that is typically seen as non-confrontational or non-dangerous as a goat, you worry about your kids being around that dog and stuff. Yeah. Milok says Golden meets a woman that's tougher than him and has to go on a quest to find some magic pebbles for them, but instead of using them to escape, he gives the strong woman balls and kicks them. That will be the type of storylines we'll be dealing with, Milog. Chrome says, oh yeah, the principles are fairly the same as the real world. Only difference is you technically have absolute control now, which can be easier or harder. You can add filters to lighting, for example. Yeah, that'll be, I'm sure that'll be one of the fun challenges, Chrome. Again, always was in the real world too, is the goddamn lighting. Rahul says, I love your dialogue. Attaboy, Vegeta, regarding Vegeta. Vegeta, boy, he's a character that just grew on me more and more. He was always Spaz Kid's favorite. But in Super, I think the 2 characters that really grew on me the most were Android 17 and Vegeta. I still wish my boy Fat Boo would have got to fight, though. Golden only does doggy or pile drivers. Gio says, yeah. Golden, I don't think, again, would have parameters on, or I don't think it would have blocks against much of anything. I think Golden would be game for any freaky ass thing. Yeah, Fat Boo did get robbed, BG. Well, you guys know how much I love that character. That was the only real disappointment in Super for me. I was really wanting to see him in the TOP. Ocho says there'll only be 7 planets after I destroy your anus. Chrome says by the end of your first year of doing animation on YouTube, you'll probably have a large pile of cut off futa dicks in a warehouse and furries, 1 cup and 2 girls, glass tables, and who knows. You could be right, Chrome. I wish I'd have had the camera rolling. You know, it would have been funny if like I was in the middle of recording, or not in the middle of recording, but I just recorded or something. The camera was still on when I clicked when I clicked to bring that character into Blender and saw that penis, because it was definitely one of those what moments. His special move is called Golden Shower. Definitely Money More. I'm sure that reference will be made. If you don't continue Red versus Blue, Caboose will hunt you down and kill you. Wow. But Bobby Angel, do you really get that frightened about Caboose coming after you? All you got to do is throw a quarter out on the sidewalk, and when he sees something shiny, he'll forget. He's not going to stay focused. Red versus Blue is a series I missed, though. I did like the humor in that. The only problem with it is I got to see, because it just seems like Rooster Teeth's, at least for me, their opinions or takes on people reacting to their stuff just seems to change from moment to moment. So I don't know. I'd been thinking about it because if for no other reason that I miss Caboose. 5 Nights at Golden's Try Not to Get Raped edition. Dr. Richard Traeger says. The one video you made, Curtis, where Vegeta sacrificed himself for his loved ones really made me sad. Oh, that was Naz. That was Vegeta's sacrifice was just, that's such a great sequence, man. Fantastic. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to go. I'm trying to along with getting the editing done again, I'm trying to learn more about this 3D modeling. And as soon as I get, even if I don't have the Golden character ready yet, as I start playing with SFM more and more, if I feel like I can make a little something to show for you guys, I'll do it. I'll import a couple characters and make something stupid, I'm sure. So, but just to give you guys an idea of what I'm able to do with it. But guys, thank you for this stream. I really seriously, I get like withdrawal because I went all weekend without being able to stream, and it sucks. These are a big focal point, pinnacle portion of my day. So thank you for hanging out with me in this. And now, as this is pent up sticky stuff you're going to get today, because we had Saturday and Sunday with no streams. So just be careful. This particular set of sticky stuff is going to come out fiercely as a 58-year-old dude can make it come out. Come out. Because Pamfu, here it is, sticky stuff, pent up sticky stuff for you, patoom, Pamfu, because we'll bang, okay, flashlight like Buggy. And as always, most importantly, and this has been pent up for 2 days too, goosh.